Hey guys, I'm Gloria.
I'm Gus.
I'm Tommy.
And this is Kit Kat. And we're doing Morocco.
Morocco.
Awesome. So we're going to be doing Othman. He's my roommate. He's from a city in Morocco called Taza. And so I'm going to start out with some of the common names. And so some of them are Muhammad, Ishmael, Mustafa, Nabil. And so a lot of names have kind of been looked down upon because of 9/11. Names such as Osama or Muhammad. And there's popular girl names, and those are Dalal, who is also from Morocco, and she also goes to Ouachita. She tends to work at Dr. Jack's a lot. And then Latifa, Shamilal, and Nordine, which means light and religion. And so when you're looking at their clothing and how they dress, one thing that I have seen with Othman and also talked to him about is they wear a lot of long sleeves. So the men tend to dress in long sleeve button-ups and long pants. And so also people tend to wear it looks like a Jedi robe, what they wear. So they're going to wear, girls will wear long skirts. Guys will wear, like I said, jeans and a button-up. And so a lot of the times, women will cover their head with a scarf, but not all women do. So professional women and young women will not cover their head. And so that's something that's that's looked down upon in the Muslim culture. But in this area, it's looked down upon to the point where they could be killed for it. But in this area, it's not looked down upon. It's actually something that kind of separates them from other women. So even if you aren't a Muslim in Morocco, because a high percentage of the people there are Muslim, one thing you don't want to do is you do not want to eat or drink in public during Ramadan. It's extremely rude. So Ramadan is a time, I'll talk about it whenever I talk about their foods, but they are fasting during the day. And so also you don't want to eat communal food with your left hand because that's used for personal hygiene. And so your right hand is used for greeting people and eating and doing a lot of stuff with others. So the typical day, they'll wake up about 8 or 9 o'clock, and kids will go to school about 9:30, and then they'll start work at 10 o'clock. And so they'll work all morning and then through what we would call lunch, and then they will have lunch around 1 or 2 o'clock. They'll go home, and one thing I've seen with Othman is he'll nap a lot. Anytime I come in after class, he's taking a nap, and so they tend to have a 2 to 3 hour nap after lunch. And then they will have tea at about 5 or 6 o'clock, and after work, they have dinner at 8 to 9 o'clock, and they'll hang out into the night with a lot of people, just kind of all their friends. So married women spend their days at home. They don't tend to go out, not a lot of them do, but what they do is they stay home, they keep the house clean, they're cleaning a lot of the day, they're cooking for the family, making sure everything is prepared for the rest of the day. City dwellers, a lot of guys will meet up and watch soccer in a coffee shop. And so with Othman, I've seen him speak either sleeping or he will be listening to soccer or watching soccer, but they'll speak it in French, in Arabic, or French-Arabic mix. The kids actually do not have a bedtime, which is pretty awesome. Food. So this is a food called harira. And so what it is during the holy month of Ramadan, what I talked about, the people will be fasting during the day, and it's broken at sunset each day with a steaming bowl of harira soup. And so what this consists of is a lot of tomatoes, lentils, chickpeas, and lamb, and then it's finished off with a little bit of lemon juice and also chopped coriander. And then it's served with a sticky sweet pretzel called shabakia. And so that's one of the main foods in Morocco. And also Tajin casserole and the dish itself is something very popular in Morocco. a lot of people, they're all going to eat out of the same dish. Couscous is a bulk of most meals. Rancid butter is used as flavoring, and it smells like Cheetos. Mint is the most consumed in the world. Like, they have a lot of mint things, such as mint tea. And so that's all I've got for the surface culture.
So starting a little bit of talk about the belief systems, I was able to have the opportunity to talk to a missionary named Chad Range, and he's been a missionary in Morocco for around 11 years. So the language in Morocco the official language of Morocco is Arabic, though it's somewhat different from most other types of Arabic. Most Moroccans can't understand just the conventional Arabic. Like Gus was kind of saying, it's like a mix between French and Arabic, so it's a little bit of a mixture. Spanish is also is somewhat spoken in Morocco. About approximately like 20,000 people are capable of speaking Spanish there. And besides only being a short distance away, Spain also acted as a protector of Morocco for a while after 1912. So that's why it kind of resulted in a little bit of Spanish influence in their culture and their language. French, though not seen as the indigenous language in Morocco, at least half of the population is able to fluently speak it. Education in Morocco they have a national school system which makes education much more affordable. They start as young as the age of 3 years old, and it's very, very competitive to get into. A lot of their education is religious education, and it's related to Islam, but they also teach a lot of Arabic and French. Their healthcare and public hospital system is not very good quality, but it is free, so that's a plus. There are clinics that are private hospitals and have better care, and they're more like an American small-town hospital like from the 1960s. So the things like soap, diapers, and things that are normally provided at an American hospital would not be provided here. Their form of government is a kingdom. It's not a democracy. They have a legitimate king known as Mohammed VI, and they're very serious about him. The police there, they have tons of power, and they're not limited to any power. They can pick people up without even having a reason. And war on terror there is a pretty big thing, and their interrogation techniques is more of like torture. So security forces are very strong there, to say the least. But their government has a lot of corruption and is very inefficient. A lot of their heroes there would be the king. Their king is pretty much, whoever the king is at the time is their one and only hero, so that would be Mohammed VI. They also hold the city of Fez in a very high esteem. It is the best preserved city in the world, like antiquity-wise and historically. And it also has the first Islamic seminary of Morocco there. But the closer to like the city of Morocco, the inner city of Morocco you get, the more Algerian superstars are really big, and Spanish superstars are super popular. So that's all I got for more of like the basic belief systems in Morocco.
Is to be a Muslim. Over 99% of the population is Islamic, and they are Islamic from birth. And they believe the Sunni sect of the Islamic faith, except they believe more of like a folk Islam, which is the combination of Islam and animism. A little review: animism is like this spirit is spiritual beings are in every object. So with that, they're very nominal in their practice of the Islamic faith. One of the 5 pillars is to pray 5 times a day. A typical Moroccan will maybe pray 1 to 2 times a day, or maybe not even at all. And those who do pray even 1 to 2 times a day are in a minority of the overall population. The average person does not make the Hajj in their lifetime. However, they are very big on fasting. So as Gus said earlier, in the month of Ramadan, you do not eat or drink in public at all. Very, very disgraceful to them. And so the Moroccan people are categorized in two sections. You have the Arabs, which more concentrated in the city, and then you have the Berbers, which are more concentrated in the villages. Now, don't call a Berber to its face, because it means barbarian, and so they would not be very comfortable with you saying that to them. But for technical purposes, that's how they are categories. They are more open to the gospel than the Arabs would be. The Berber ancestry has parts of Christianity in it, and so they do know a little bit about the Christian faith than most do. However, Morocco also has a no conversion policy. The people are not allowed to convert from Islam. They can either be jailed or that be forced to convert back to Islam. And they do it through intimidation, which is very social and very publicly done, and it's incredibly humiliating, and so to them. So they would quickly convert back. And they don't have many foreign churches or churches for the foreigners that come and visit. They do have a few because the economy and tourism is growing, but outsiders are probably not going to be allowed in to churches there. That's all I got. So
Bye. Hope you liked our presentation.
goodbye now. Goodbye.